the chakras. So we talking about the nervous system. Our nervous system is what creates our chakras. Our nervous system is made up of two currents, our masculine and our feminine energy. Think about the masculine is excitation, like lightning, and feminine is relaxation, or the sky where lightning travels through. Think about a pulse, like boop, 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 and the boop, that's the masculine, the excitation, that's the sound created by friction and vibration, and the rest in between is the feminine. So this is kind of what's happening as the masculine starts at the right side at the base of the body, the feminine starts at the left side, and they start to move up the body and start to spiral around the spine in opposing directions. And where they intersect creates this energetic, this pulse of the masculine beat and the feminine rest. They're kind of like, those energies are kind of wah, 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 wah in that spot as they're traveling past it, right? So that's what's creating our chakra centers. And this vibration, this pulse, as they're moving around, the spine is wider at the base of the body, so it takes a little bit longer for that to circle around. So it has a slower or longer frequency. If you think about a wavelength as a longer wavelength, as the spine starts to become thinner as we go up, then that frequency becomes higher. And so the light cutting, or the dark, or the feminine cutting through that rest, cutting through that light, moving through, is creating the color, or the tone is determining. It's kind of like light cutting through a prism, right, and creating that certain color. And so this is what's creating that in your body. It's not a physical space, but in between them are the sharps and the flats. So chakras at the base of the body, the root chakra, that frequency emits in different senses. Through the visual sense, it emits as a color. At the root chakra, it's red. It's a slow, low frequency, creates that red color. And then it also emits a tone audibly, and that's the C note. Here we have it in the bowls, the way they're set up is with the chakra. So it's almost like the spine taken out and laid out here, and we're playing different parts of your spine, tuning into different parts of your spine, and that's how we relax your body with the sound bowls, right? So it emits in all the other senses, smell, feel, that felt sense, right? Emotions, all these subtle levels as well, different parts of the brain, and I don't want to go into that, and if you think of, if any of you have ever played piano, we have any piano players in here? No? In piano, when we learn piano, we start with C as our major chord, and C is our root chakra, and they go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, starting in C, and so it has all of our chakras in there. It's the same as all of our chakras. It's tuned to that scale. And then to break that down even further, there are masculine chakras, there are feminine chakras. So then we get into color, and I can explain this one more easily through color. And so our masculine chakras, our primary colors. Does anybody know what primary colors are in the rainbow? They're indivisible colors, like blue, red, and yellow. I can't separate this into another color. They're as they are. But when we put them together, blue and red makes that purple, right? Some light here, and you can see it a little better. Makes that purple. Blue and yellow make green, and then yellow and red make orange. And these are called our secondary colors. These are our feminine aspects, our higher aspects. But the feminine can't exist without the support and the structure of the masculine, right? It needs to be in a structure for the feminine to be healthy and vibrant, right? Another interesting thing about the masculine, these primary ones, these are like our survival, these parts of the body. And think about the body started with the vagus nerve as the digestive system, right? Kind of think about worms just crawling through the ground, absorbing and pooping out. That's kind of all they do. That's kind of how we started, right? In the most basic sense. And so that's our root chakra, where we can excrete. Our digestive system, our solar plexus, yellow, so we got red, yellow, and blue, and then how we eat, how we can put food into our mouth. And these are, so these aspects, we need them for the body to physically survive, right? Without them, the body couldn't go on. So forget about the feminine ones; they couldn't exist at all. But if the feminine didn't exist, life really wouldn't be much worth living, right? Because that's our orange, green, and purple, which is our creativity, our emotions, and our vision, our imagination, right? These make life worth living. These are du juge, right? But we need that structure to support that feminine so that we can express. And again, you can think about my water. We can think about, thank you so much. We can think about that piano. In order for me to play just like what comes from my heart and beautifully express it to people, and like now they know what I feel, I've got to practice the scales. I've got to have that discipline. These are the masculine aspects, right? Structure. And so just to understand that when we think about masculine, feminine, we may have a bias against it. But these are just the two different currents, forward and the reverse, in the magnetic field, the attraction and the repulsion, right? That keeps that rhythm, that vibration that brings us alive. We just want to learn how to balance them and create harmony in those relationships. And you can think about a car battery. There's a red node and a black node. And we don't place a bias on them. We just know we need them to work together to create that power. And if one's off, it's not going to work right? And so we need to balance these within ourselves individually. Then we can do that within a partnership, any type of partnership, any gender. Someone just needs to take that masculine role or that feminine role to balance it out in the relationship. When we can understand that in a partnership, then we can move that out into a community, and the world can live in harmony, right? So helping understand this rainbow of your prismatic bodies, the breath of life. Breath has electrons in it, has electrical charge to it. We're breathing in power. We're breathing in light. We just can't suck on an electrical wire or eat a lightning bolt, right? I don't think you can handle that, but we are breathing in light into our light bodies, creating that prism of our body and expressing this rainbow of aspects within us.